First of all, thank you very much for attending this webinar. My name is Suzuki, and I'm in charge of fin stabilizer design in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Japan. In this webinar, I'll give you a general introduction of our retractable fin stabilizer, which is for mainly cruise vessel and road packs. This webinar includes the following topics. First, I'll give you a brief overview about fin stabilizer, and then explain our history and delivery records. After that, I'll show you about some of our product features that are probably most interesting to you. Finally, I'll show you our service network in the world. This section provides a very basic description of fin stabilizer. Fin stabilizer is one of marine machinery that controls a fin on both sides like this picture to reduce the roll reduction of a ship. There are two types of fin stabilizer. One is retractable type and the other is non-retractable type. The retractable type is installed on ferry, ro-ro ships, and cruise vessels who needs to close the fins when berthing. On the other hand, the non-retractable type is installed on slender ships such as destroyers and patrol boats. The fin for retractable type is rectangular, but the non-retractable type has a different shape generally. I will explain the principle of fin stabilizer. When a ship is heeled by waves, it can be modeled as shown in this figure. By controlling the fin angle during cruising, the fin generates lift, just like an airplane. So we can obtain the heeling moment against the waves constantly by controlling the fin angles and direction based on with the rowing sensor. This results in roll reduction effect. The most important thing for the fin stabilizer to achieve the designed roll reduction effect is to equip the model with the proper fin area. We always can suggest recommendable fin stabilizer type for your planning ship based on abundant experiences. Let me introduce our history briefly here. Actually, as you may not know, fin stabilizer was developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries MHI in 1920. 2 years later, it was installed on a ferry between Japan and Korea. This is said that the first fin stabilizer in the world. After that, we focused on the non-retractable type fin stabilizer business for a long time. In 1988, we developed retractable fin stabilizers based on the non-retractable type technologies and started retractable business, not only domestic shipyard, but also European shipyard. In 2018, our delivery records of the retractable type achieved 200 units. This graph shows the delivery records of the retractable type. The gray bar is for Japanese shipyard and the red one is for overseas. In recent years, delivery to Asian shipyard, China, Korea have been increased, but most of them are to European shipyard. The black line shows accumulated numbers. Nowadays, we are just producing the 250 fin stabilizer, which is also to European shipyard. Now, let's take a look at our product features in this section. Our fin stabilizer consists of a fin with flap, machinery assemblies, hydraulic power units, and fin box. These are mounted on the fin box and delivered as one complete packaged module. In addition, all necessary control units, such as operation panel, rowing sensor, and starter panels, are also delivered to the shipyard together. This figure shows the range of a ship length so that you can imagine the size of the ship corresponding to our basic fin stabilizer type. The fin area of the basic type is from 3 square meters to 12 square meters a side. In fact, suitable fin stabilizer type depends on ship's particular and required performance condition regardless of the ship length. Our fin has two characteristics. First, our fin is equipped with flap that drive in without gears. Adopting the flap enables to save fin area to obtain high lift. By using a linked mechanism like this picture to drive flap, it minimizes the risk of gear problems. The second is backward retraction. The main advantage of backward retraction is it reduces the damages obviously caused by collision with floating object compared to forward retraction. In recent years, the number of collision accidents with floating objects has been increasing. For example, driftwoods, whales, and the other marine debris, but in most cases, it can be continuously used by taking temporary measures on board. The next is about mechanical assemblies. The three hydraulic cylinders for moving the fins are compactly arranged on the fin box. So, unlike the rotary vane pumped drive, it's possible to perform almost all repairs on board even if during berthing. The next is the hydraulic power unit. The hydraulic circuit for tilting the fin is mainly consists of a combination of a fixed displacement pump, an accumulated, and electro-hydraulic servo valve. This hydraulic circuit can maintain high pressure and provide a large flow rate to the hydraulic cylinders. This results in a high response. In order to reduce ship loading caused by irregular waves, it's necessary to tilt the fins without delay. To achieve an effective load reduction effect with the fin stabilizer, it is essential not only to be equipped with a proper fin area mentioned before, but also have such a highly responsive hydraulic system. Also, our hydraulic power unit is highly regarded by customers and service engineers because arrangement on the hydraulic power unit is very simple to understand, easy to use, and maintenance. Finally, about control units. We supply all necessary control units to operate fin stabilizer. The operation panel on the bridge, the control panel in the ECR, and the local control panel on the local side, which core units were updated in 2020. There are three notable points on this update. First, by introducing a multi-screen touch panel, we have achieved balancing of enhancement of information and downsizing of the operation panel. For example, in case of trouble, you can check the alarm log as shown in the picture by switching tabs in the operation panel. The alarm name and time of occurrence are recorded in units of second, so that you can accurately understand what alarm occurred and when it's occurred. Second, many signals between these updated panels were converted to NMEA signals, greatly reduced electrical wiring. The number of wiring in the control panel, where shipyard connect the largest number of wiring, has been reduced from about 200 to only 50. The third, data storage unit, DST, that records various data can be built into the control panel. I explain about DST in the next slide. DST has three functions for shipowner satisfaction. The first is the event data recorder function. When an alarm occurs, various signals before and after the alarm can be recorded. Not only digital signals, but also analog signals can be recorded and turned into waveforms by us. This enables faster troubleshooting. The second is the trend recording function. The level of the gravity tank can be recorded at regular intervals to assess seawater mixing or oil leakage to the sea. This data is helpful to plan the next dry dock maintenance items in advance. The third is the auto-tuning function. It always monitors rolling period of the ship and can automatically tune control parameters for tilting the fin according to sea conditions. In the case of comparatively not rough sea, it's effective to tune the control parameters to reduce the resistance by fin while obtaining roll reduction effect. Finally, this is our global business network regarding fin stabilizer. In Europe, there is our European office in London, and we have service agent Samos in Italy and Nile Dynamics in the UK. Our service agent stock electrical and other parts in their warehouse. So this Europe is our sales agent of fin stabilizer for new building in Europe. So you can use our fin stabilizer at ease even in Europe area. Before wrap up this webinar, I will explain how to ask questions. If you have any questions or concerns, we set up a web page to receive your questions and inquiries. Address shown on this page have been already sent with register confirmation. Please use this, and it's our pleasure to receive your messages, and we will respond immediately. If you have any difficulties to access, please send your message through our company's website. Thank you very much and hope to see you next time.